Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to get all three blades to get the Thor armor. So if you don't know how to get the Thor armor, I'm going to be covering all 4 or 5 steps on how to get every single Thor piece today. And the main majority of this is finding these 3 sacred blades to unlock this rock to get Thor's helmet, which is you get the 3 main parts and then you get Thor's helmet from completing all of them. So stay tuned and I'm going to be showing you how to do this quick and easy, and yeah. Before we get into this video, just interrupt him with a huge giveaway. Don't forget to go check out the channel. We are giving away a Christmas special of either 3 months Nintendo Online or 1 month of Xbox Game Pass. So go check the channel out for this huge giveaway. Hello, welcome back to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We are in the far east of East Anglia. As you can see, we are trying to get this sort of armour piece as it's shown on the map, which is the last wealth for me in East Anglia. And if you didn't know, this is Thor's helmet, which basically you need to collect 3 sacred swords from within the sort of East Anglia area. It's all sort of relatively close. So I'm going to be showing you these 3 locations, but it's not as easy as that. We have to take on 3 bosses. And let me just give you a warning, they are hard. I think with one of them I actually had to take my difficulty down because I struggled. So this isn't easy, guys, so be prepared to maybe send your difficulty down a little bit. But as you can see here in this cutscene, this statue has large splits in it. And this is where, as said, daggers fit. And these daggers are supplied from the 3 bosses we're going to take on. So let's pinpoint where all 3 bosses are. So we've got one just out of East Anglia on this sort of island. We've got one in North East Anglia just up there, and we've got one sort of West East Anglia. So there are your 3 points. Screenshot that, go on over to the bosses and take them out. I'm actually going to jump in and show you some of the sort of boss battles and show you which each boss gives you. So we're over here in the western part of East Anglia, and you'll see this sort of symbol when you come across the bosses. And that's basically what you're looking for. So here we go, we've just headed east from our start point. My foot has actually become corrupt fighting this boss, so I'm not going to show you too much of this, but I will show you what you get from each boss. Annoyingly, this is, to be honest, the harder boss that I had to take my difficulty down, but because I tried so many times with this one, my footage got all mangled up and didn't really save properly, probably because it took up too much storage and stuff like that. But yeah, you'll come across these bodies and they're cursed by these sort of gods, and this is boss number 1 basically. And when you take them out, you automatically get the sword, so it's not something you need to pick up. But yeah, like I say, be warned, they are hard, and they do pack a punch. So, like I say, you might want to take your difficulty down, just as a bit of a guide. They are hard, especially now with the 1.1.0 update. They have now balanced the levels of bad guys, so every sort of boss is around your level where they used to be. There we go, look, just beat her by throwing her. Where all bosses used to be a set level, where now they're sort of around your level to make it harder. So there we have it. You actually get an achievement for taking out one of the... defeat one of these sort of bosses, you get an achievement. And from that, we got Thor's Gauntlets, which is number 1 of 5, basically. So, heading on over to the remote island. So again, you'll see this sort of symbol on the map. And here we are, we're in north of this sort of island that I showed you earlier, which is sort of northwest of where we started off. And again, like I've just said, you'll see that sort of symbol. So coming over to this sort of sacrificial body on the floor, it all looks very similar to what we've just seen. I do actually have the boss footage of this, which I will fast forward though. And yeah, all you got to do is come up to this sacrificial body like we did before, and the boss will appear. This boss I found semi-easy. I just think they have like sort of ghost effects. So the first one actually teleported quite a lot, so I found him difficult to sort of
get hold of, or she. I think 2 of them are she's and 1 of them's a he. I'm not too sure. You can never really tell. Sensitive footage coming up here. She has her boob out. So this is definitely a female. There we go. Sensitive. And yeah, so they all have like this sort of ghost ability, which you'll see more here. I did skip half of this battle just because I didn't want to show too much. They, at a halfway point, just as a note, they do get a little bit harder. So as you can see here, she started to like power up her sort of ghost effect. And I tried to do like a bit of a body slam on her. And they do sort of, because they're sort of ghosts, they do sort of dodge your attacks quite well. So just like I say, they are quite hard bosses. I do try and use my abilities and stuff like that. But as you'll see with this boss, it is all about dodging at the right moment to slow him down. And yeah, so we're taking out the second boss, and the actual weapons that they use. Here we go. Look, I've just got ghost attacked. Look at that. They do take deal out a lot of damage. So yeah, so dodging at the right moment is a key point. Maybe lowering your difficulty if you are struggling, like I had to, especially with the first boss. That was very difficult. This one, again, quite difficult. I find the last one that I'll show you a little bit easier than the other 2. I don't know why. I think because that last one used a lot less ghost attacks. But as you can see, I do a lot of damage from dodging attacks mainly and slowing them down. So you got to sort of perfect your sort of dodging to be able to take these bosses out. And here we are, we're on the last couple of attacks. Dodging and weaving as I can. And she dodges in the last moments before I can get an attack in. But, bam. There we go. So with this one, you get the sort of, they say pants, but they're boots. So you get Thor's boots, basically. And they are actually a rarity of red, which isn't the best, really. But you can upgrade them. So there's no drama there. So there we have it. The second sort of boss is down. Happy days. And again, more skill points, which is awesome. So heading on over to the third boss, which is sort of northeast. You can see that sync point that's north of where we are is where I travelled to, and then you just keep going north or whatever. And this one is personally my favourite for 2 reasons. First one, same name as me. Very unusual name. And very different, spelled exactly the same. This boss is actually called Regan, spelled R-E-G-A-N, which is exactly my name, which is really cool. You never ever see that name. There we go, look. I've spawned, I'm in. But I don't know if this is a male or a female. I can't really tell. I know Regan can be a boy's or a girl's name if you've never heard it before, but it looks like a bloke. So I'm going with a bloke. And yeah. Got a fun heart for this one. Exactly the same name as me, so best till last, you see. And I like this boss because it's probably the easiest of the 3. Doesn't really use a ghost attack as much, so it is a case again of as before, ducking, dodging and weaving as much as you can. I completely missed that one, but yeah, you can see there you've just got to sort of brute this one because his ghost does attack, but not as much. So like I've just said, you've just got to sort of keep attacking. So there we go, you can dodge his ghost quite well, and he just take a lot of damage quite quickly, really. Another key point, make sure you're locked onto the boss. Just stomping out myself. Just make sure you lock onto the boss because they do move quite quick, so you want to make sure that was lucky, I timed that right. You want to make sure that you can see where they're teleporting to. So this is what I was saying before, when you get to half health they sort of scream or whatever and get pissed off, and that's where they sort of throw in a new ability, really. And yeah, so it's gone a little bit red round here now. He's made it very evilly, but like I say, as you can see, I'm locked on, which makes it so much easier. And as you've just seen, you've just got to keep dodging, and this guy keeps falling down quite easily, so you can I use a stomp move, missed. Oh no, I didn't, I got that one. Keep using the stomp move, which is good. And the sort of hammer down effect. As you can see, I've taken this boss out very easily just from dodging and using my abilities, basically. And there we have it, the third and final boss, and we get the 4 body piece. So that's awesome, and it's a blue rarity, which we can upgrade to gold in the future. And that is it. Our first blade is ours. So now we need to head back on over to the well, I don't think we've actually been there yet. I introduced it at the beginning of the video. But we need to head back on over to where we can find Thor's Armour. So, heading far east of East Anglia, this sort of area. It's before the sort of river comes into the sort of country. We want to head down these stairs. So these stairs are located a little bit north of where that wealth is located on the map. Come down the stairs, come into this sort of tunnel, and you'll see the location of where you basically put your swords. Nice and simple. I'm going to speed through this because I showed it at the beginning of the video. But you interact, you put all 3 swords in, and wait and see what happens. So with all 3 swords, the statue blows up. We basically kill a statue. That's the 4th boss, basically. 4th is nice and easy, I guess. But with all 3 daggers within the statue, it reveals a staircase. So now this is where we can acquire our 4th 4-piece, which is actually the helmet. So we've got the torso, we've got the legs, we've got the gauntlets, and now we're about to get the helmet. And you may be thinking, well, that's 4 out of 5. What's the 5th one? The 5th one is actually the cloak, the 4 cloak. I'll not be showing you how to get that one in this video, but I'll be telling you how you get it. And you get it by defeating all of the cults. And when you defeat the cult, you go to see the assassin within your sort of village, and he will give you the robe. So that is how you get all armor pieces. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Just want to say thank you for watching. Please go check out some more videos, and don't forget to subscribe, support the channel, and stay tuned for